You know that building out on Route 23, the one with the fencing? Most people around here grew up knowing it was there and not asking too many questions about it, I've realized. You just knew that's the plant. That's where some people's dads worked. That's federal land. What most people don't know, even people who grew up here, right here, is what that place actually did. And I mean specifically what it did, because if you knew, you'd actually look at it differently. From 1954 to 2001, that facility enriched uranium for the Navy, for commercial power plants, for the federal government's weapons program during the Cold War. 3,700 acres right here in Pike County, doing work that mattered at a national level. But here's the part that gets me. In the 1990s, there was a program called Megatons to Megawatts. The US and Russia made a deal. We'll take bomb-grade uranium from dismantled Russian warheads, nuclear warheads, that had been pointed at us, and we'll convert it into reactor fuel. 500 megatons of it, 500, came here to Pike County to be processed. That program ran for 20 years. It helped end a chapter of the Cold War, and a significant part of it ran through this county. Pike County took that mission seriously. People here worked for it. Families here lived around it. The community here hosted it quietly, without a lot of credit and without a lot of national attention. There's a line the COG uses that I think is worth saying out loud. Pike County takes great pride in accomplishing a mission we are charged with to protect the United States. This mission caused great sacrifices here in the Pike County community. That's two things at once, pride and sacrifice, both true, and that's what this video is all about. So what did hosting that mission cost? First, the money the county never sees. Because that plant sits on federally owned land, Pike County doesn't collect property taxes on it. 3,700 acres exempt. In a county that needs every dollar of tax revenue it can get, that's a real number with real consequences for roads, schools, and services. Second, well, stigma. If you're trying to attract a new business to Pike County, a manufacturer, a distribution center, whoever, and they Google the area, what comes up? Nuclear waste, cleanup site, environmental concerns. That's not an accusation, that's just what shows up when I look for it. And it affects economic development in ways that are hard to measure but are very real to the people trying to do that work. And then there's a third thing. What came out of that plant didn't only stay inside the fence. Over the last few years, your locally elected officials commissioned an independent investigation to find out exactly what that means for the people who live here. None of this is a complaint. It's just the ledger. What was given, what it cost, what's still outstanding. I want to be clear about something because I think it gets lost sometimes when people talk about Pike County and that site. This community is not a victim. These are not people sitting around waiting for someone to rescue them. The people who live here, who grew up here, who raised their families here, they know what this place is. They know what it did. And actually, they're proud of it. What they want is what anybody else would want, what I would want: fairness proportionate to what they gave. You hosted a federal mission for 70 years. You want the cleanup done right. You want the new investment to bring real jobs for real people who live right here. You want to know that your kid's health is being protected, not assumed, but actually monitored and protected. You want the people making those decisions to be your neighbors, your locally elected officials, people who actually answer to you. Well, that's what the COG is. That's why it exists. Right now, there's a lot of money and a lot of new energy investment arriving at this site. And the question has to be answered is whether this community gets to be a part of that story in a real way, on fair terms. But before we get there, you needed to know what this place is. And now you do. I found out myself. This place matters. It always has.